I wanted to number one. This is a new camera, DJI, DJI, whatever you want to call it, action camera for. This is I'm just testing out the quality and how it works and how it looks. Number one, but number two, I wanted to put y'all on some game real quick. Um, for what I was able to learn this past month in Jamaica and stuff like that. So, if you're looking at buying some property, um, and you don't exactly know if you want to build a house or if you want to have a farm or whatever on it or whatever you want to build on it, I would say go to Jamaica. Go to St. Thomas. St. Thomas is in the middle of Kingston and in the middle of Montego Bay. One thing about St. Thomas is they have the deepest port in Jamaica, in St. Thomas, which means that they were going to have all the cruise lines and all the big ships go to that port. The reason they weren't doing that before is because the camera's right there, my dumb ass. But the reason they weren't doing that before is because St. Thomas was very underdeveloped compared to everywhere else in Jamaica. They just built the roads, matter of fact, like a week or two ago when I was out there. And Jamaica themselves say that they're going to make St. Thomas a new tourist area for cruise ships, hotels, resorts, all that with it. Like I said, right now it's very undeveloped. They just built the road out there in St. Thomas, which means property out there is very cheap. Um, don't quote me on this because I know this is a price for another area in Jamaica, but let's say you could buy a half acre for 3,000, which means an acre for 6,000. Ooh, excuse me. Um, which goes for so. For example, my plan, if I was to do this right now, which I do plan on doing it soon, very soon. I want to buy at least an acre in St. Thomas. I don't want to build anything on it. I don't want to rent it out or anything like that. With me buying, I mean, I can rent it out or whatever I want to, but the purpose of me buying it is because I want to hold on to it for at least 10 years. 10 years gives St. Thomas enough time to modernize, get big, develop, and everything like that. The reason I want to buy an acre of land out there is because I want it to happen to where resort or whoever, a big company wants to go buy my land off me for 10, 15, 50 times the amount I bought it for, just so they could put whatever they want on that property, you know. And it could be to the point where in 10 years, the property is overgrown with plants or there's a squatter that moved into it, whatever like that. It doesn't matter. If they're paying me that money, they're going to know how to deal with that at the same time. I don't have to deal with none of that. You feel me? And or just like this, let's say you go buy some land in the country in the farmland, some farmland, you know, an acre of land. You could go find a Rossaman out there to grow herb on that land, and you could ship it out to Europe and all this extra stuff. Now, that plan is a lot more. It's a lot more not sketchy, but it's a lot more shit to it because not only do you have to find somebody that you can trust to grow a product that knows what they're doing. Number one, because for one strand of weed or herb that I would grow out there is the one that Bob Marley was smoking on. I was told that that strand is hard to come by because it takes 2 to 3 times as long to bud as a regular weed. So it's like a one time a year type thing. If you could get it to a point where you have it budding all year around, where you have one crop here, same exact thing, but they're at different phases of budding. So when that one's budding, this one buds in 2 weeks, and the other one buds in a month. Other one, you see what I'm saying? So you have a continuous cycle of a certain strand of weed that you can't normally find or get. And like I said, if you could get your name, if you could get your name out there and people could trust you, you could get this shipped out to Europe. In Germany, they just decriminalized weed. Europe, you know, they got man, Europe in general. I'm not good with the damn continents, countries, whatever you want to call that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Europe like that, but you can just ship it out anywhere you want, really. Not anywhere you want, but you know what I'm saying. But of course, that comes with paperwork, taxes, registrations, all that extra shit. But that's that's only one little thing you have to get over to, you know, have an abundance of property and value and worth. Another thing that's cool is in Ecuador. I was talking to my host earlier today, and she was telling me that you can get like a 2.2 acres for 1K. The only thing sketchy about Ecuador at the moment right now is I don't know if in 10 years the property I buy right here, if it's gonna become a more modern city, and people are gonna try and buy it off me. But I mean, if you have good farmland, some farmers are gonna try and buy it off you or something like that. You feel me? Um, but also for a K for property, I'll say F it and build me a little cottage up here like what I'm in right now, which is very nice. And you got you a little vacation home in Ecuador. You feel me? And you only spend 1K for the property, and you pay somebody to build you a nice house or whatever like that on that property. You could take the. There's a lot more shit into it, but I'm not even gonna go into all that. But that's just something I was able to understand and learn my past few months traveling. You feel me? Same thing with Punta Cana, DR. But that's more of a tourist area. It's cool, but I'm not trying to buy property to build a fruit stand on it or to build a. I mean, apartment complex is cool, whatever like that, or a B&B is cool, but that's not really what I want. It's a good growing business, but it's out of date, I guess, or it's getting out of date in my opinion. Especially in the States. I don't know about outside of the States, but there's always something you could do. Overall, my goal is to have a property in every country I visit. Probably won't do that today or tomorrow, but overall, I would be able to say that I have property in every country I have visited and will visit. You feel me? But that just look at something about what y'all could do if y'all did not know how to invest your money. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know about any stocks or whatever like that. You feel me? But yeah. I guess that was it.